hello and welcome. You're watching Viewpoint here on CNN News 18 with me, Poonam Burde. 76 families in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj now have a roof over their head. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath handed over keys to 76 affordable housing units today to all the beneficiaries. Now you might be wondering why this is a big deal, because every state government routinely takes such welfare measures. But this move in Uttar Pradesh has made headlines because these homes are constructed by the state government on land that was seized from slain Don Atiq Ahmed. The flats were built under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. They were allotted through a lottery. This project, in fact, began in 2021 itself after the state government freed this land from the possession of Atiq Ahmed. Now, this particular land where these flats have been built, this happens to be in the Gangster area of Prayagraj. If you remember, gangster-turned-politician Atiq Ahmed was shot dead along with his brother Ashraf while they were in custody in April this year, even as the state government's crackdown on Atiq's mafia empire was gathering pace. You would also recall that the Enforcement Directorate that is investigating the illegal businesses of Atiq Ahmed and the empire that he now leaves behind, they have already seized properties worth 11,000 crore rupees till date. So this is just the beginning, says the state government. All of his illegally encroached upon land will be rightfully taken back and put to better use, says the BJP government in the state. The opposition, though, finds that hard to believe. They think this is nothing but a spectacle. We'll get into that debate in just a few minutes from now, but first let me paint you the complete picture. What exactly transpired today? Who are these beneficiaries and what are these flats that have been handed out by the Chief Minister today? Now, around 76 flats that were built under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana were handed out today. The keys to these houses were handed out by Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. These projects, these units are under the affordable housing scheme. This project came up in Prayagraj in the Prayagraj area. The allocation of these flats was done through a lottery system. That lottery system was a system that went on for months together. On the 9th of June this year is when the announcement came to the fore of who those 76 beneficiaries are going to be. Out of the 6,030 applicants, only 1,590 were found to be eligible to participate in the first place. There were 75 beneficiaries that received 41 square kilometer flat for 3.5 lakhs each. So it's not like it's a giveaway, it's a dole that has been given out for free. It is meant for lower income groups. It has been done so under the PMAY. Now we know that the flats that have been given out have 2 rooms. It has a kitchen, it has a toilet, it has all those facilities that are required for your day-to-day functioning. It costs about 6 lakhs is what we're now learning. There is a community hall and a parking area in this housing complex as well, which houses 76 flats. The UP government has freed 67,000 acres of land from the mafia in the last 6 years of its power. This is what the Chief Minister himself had gone on record to say not too long ago. Now, the state government has acted on Atiq Ahmed in an iron fist manner. His entire empire has been on the lens of the Uttar Pradesh government and multiple investigating agencies for a few years now. Not too long ago, in fact, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, if you remember, inside the State Assembly had claimed that mitti mein mila denge. The time for mafia was over. That's what he had said. That controversy that triggered after that comment is also something that opposition had taken objection to. Here's how the state has gone after Atiq Ahmed to crush his empire. Let's take a look at all the properties that have been under the lens, not just of the investigating agencies, but of the state government as well. On September 7, 2020, a commercial building in the civil lines area that sprawled over 4,500 square feet, that was demolished by the state government. Then, the same year, 2020, in September, a commercial building of 6,300 square feet area in civil lines again, demolished. All of these were illegal properties of Atiq Ahmed. September, again in 2020, a commercial building in Prayagraj area of Prayagraj, a 6,300 square feet area, again that property was demolished. Now cutting across to another area in this particular, another project in this particular area itself, because this seems to be the stronghold of Atiq Ahmed and the empire that he now leaves behind. 23,400 square feet area building was something that was taken over by the state, that was demolished as well. A commercial building, again, multiple of them have been demolished as far as Atiq Ahmed and his properties were concerned. A cold storage in Juicy area was also demolished by the state government. There were several parts of Atiq's office that were illegally built. They too faced the bulldozer action under the Yogi Adityanath government. Atiq Ahmed's house too was not spared. That too was illegally encroached upon. That too was on land that was illegally encroached upon. So that too came down crashing as per the law provides in Uttar Pradesh. March in 2021, a commercial building again that sprawled over 40,500 square feet. That too came under the scanner, that too came under bulldozer action of the state government. So the action has been going on against Atiq Ahmed and several other mafias in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Is this just the beginning? Is this the beginning of development of Vikas prevailing over the mafia raj that has been prevalent for decades together in Uttar Pradesh? That's the big debate tonight.
बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हैं, यानी शादी के बाद शायद पहली बार खुशी इतनी मिल रही होगी।
अभी तक आप किराए के घर में रह रही थी और आज किराए के घर से अपने घर में जब शिफ्ट होने जा रही है तो कितनी खुशी है और क्या उम्मीद थी कैसा होगा?
नहीं, उम्मीद तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं थी कि हमारे जीते जी ये काम हो पाएगा, क्योंकि आज की महंगाई में अपना घर बनाना इतना आसान नहीं रह गया है।
उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया है, मोदी जी और योगी जी आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, जनता को इतना अच्छा घर देके इतने अफोर्डेबल रेट पे देके।
सभी 76 परिवारों के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन और प्रेरणा से और उनके अनुकंपा से इन 54 लाख गरीबों को एक आवास प्राप्त हुआ है और सबका भी हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं, बधाई देता हूं।
Let's open this up to the panelists that join me on this broadcast of Viewpoint. Spokesperson of the BJP, Anila Singh, spokesperson of the Congress, Dolly Sharma, Zeba Yasmin of the Samajwadi Party, and former IPS officer Dr. Vikram Singh joining us on this broadcast. But I'd like to begin by asking the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Zeba Yasmin. Zeba Yasmin, are you happy with what has happened today? Do you think this is the wheels of justice turning?
Here it is not a matter of justice. Whatever happens for the betterment of a common man, anybody would be happy. Even you are happy and I am feeling good that people, they have got houses. But yes, if you are discussing here the actions which are taken on the mafia, yes, it is again good. You should take action. But selective action, again a question mark on the government. Very close place near to Lucknow, if we talk about Ayodhya, ADA, Authority of Development Authority, Ayodhya Development Authority released a list of 40 people involved in illegal properties and all. And among those 40 people list, there were BJP MLA Ved Prakash Gupta, Mayor Rishikesh Upadhyay of BJP again, and then former BJP MLA Gorakhnath Babaji. And see the audacity, when the list was out, these people, they threatened the authority back that, we'll sue you for the defamation. And yet, things have not been solved, nothing has been done. Even the MP of Ayodhya, he wrote a letter to CM, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath that SIT should be made. And investigation should be done. But still things are under, the pipeline. Why? Because they belong to BJP. We will be glad, the opposition would be glad if you don't be biased and don't do selective actions.
Anila Singh, this is selective action. The BJP is making a song and dance, as they rightly should, perhaps about this case. But why not talk about several other cases as well? Because Atiq Ahmed and his associates are not the only mafias that are running amok in Uttar Pradesh.
My ram to everyone, and this shows the real character of the Samajwadi Party when the spokesperson of Lal Topi ki Gundagardi wali party says it is a selective action. She directly says that this action shouldn't have been happened on the Atiq Ahmed's land. The reality is...
No, I don't think that's what she said. I'd like to correct you, Anila Singh. I don't think that's what she said. Anila Singh, I don't think that's what she tried to say. I don't think that's what she was trying to say. She said everyone is happy if the poor benefit, which is the case of the Samajwadi Party as well, which is their stand in this particular case as well. But yes, while you're taking action on Atiq Ahmed, why not take action on everyone else?
Selective action. Pooja, when she says selective action, what does she mean? What does she mean? She means to say that selective action should have happened. And likewise, the reality is, Uttar Pradesh is being governed by Yogi Adityanath ji. He is one chief minister who doesn't entertain mafia, gundas, criminals, terrorists. And on the other side, we know it very well, Samajwadi Party entertains these all. I think you do not have some decency. Why are you intervening me? When you were speaking, I didn't intervene you. I didn't interject.
I was not lying. You are lying. You are lying on national TV.
I know you wrestle and battle. I am not bothered about that. Today I'm so happy. Land encroached by a mafia. You know, it was taken back by the government. Illegal buildings were demolished, and now new residential buildings is there, and the flats have been given to those who deserve. This is the justice. This is the justice which Uttar Pradesh deserves. And earlier we were observing that it was the Mafia Raj. Mafias were running the government. Akhilesh Yadav ji was just face. Mayawati ji was just face. In reality, these mafias, gundas, criminals, they were running the government. That is why few of them, they came into parliament or the house. But in the reality, all the thekas, contracts and everything went for their approval. But now the things are very different. People of Uttar Pradesh are very happy. And today when I saw this picture, Yogi Adityanath ji giving keys to all the allottees, that song started humming in my mind. Hum dabang dabang, hum dabang dabang. He's a dabang chief minister. He is action hero and people love him. Not only
Anila Singh, unfortunately, the way you are describing the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh is the exact reason why some within the opposition have an objection to the way things are running. But Zeba Yasmin, you had a point to make. Go ahead before I get in the other two panelists.
I just said that she's saying people of Uttar Pradesh are very happy. I just mentioned Ayodhya. Ayodhya doesn't come in Uttar Pradesh or what? Your own MP said that land mafias exist in Ayodhya. Why didn't you take action? Anila ji, why are you avoiding to speak on Ayodhya? Please accept it. You are giving shelter to land mafias.
What are you talking about? Can you name? Can you name? If you are saying...
What happened to the 14? What happened to the list of 14 people who were in the list of Ayodhya?
It's wrong. Then it is a different story altogether. Otherwise, you have to give me a clear picture with name and with all the dimensions of the land you are talking about.
I guess the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, has the letter which was written by your own MP. Go and check it out.
No, we know it. We know it very well. What to check and what not to check. We very well know it.
Sure. So there are allegations that are coming to the fore. There are allegations that are coming to the fore that there is selective action. But Dolly Sharma, I want to get you in as well. The fact that there were mafias, these empires were running amok for decades together is no secret. We know this was the case. BJP would like the state and the country to believe that it's only in the term of Yogi Adityanath that changes have been made, that they are dealing with the iron fist policy and which is yielding results. Does the Congress agree that things have changed in the last 6 years?
We clearly said earlier also, we clearly said that the criminals should be given the harshest punishment possible, but it should be under the law of land. And subverting the law of land for any political purpose is dangerous for the democracy. That's also very clear. And there are courts for that matter. Like you cannot take law of land in your hand. There are courts to take those actions. And
sure.
Anybody who is playing with the law, is giving the birth to anarchy. This is what I can say.
But in the case of, in the instance of what's happened today, Dolly Sharma, I want to bring you back to what's happened today.
Yeah.
The fact that this land was seized, it was encroached upon illegally by Atiq Ahmed. The land was seized under the law. There was investigation that was done. It was then decided that there would be affordable housing units that would be built there. And today those houses have been given to the beneficiaries. So the rightful owners, so to say, have gotten the due.
Is that what I'm saying? Anything for the people's good is welcomed, and we also welcome such actions wherein people of this country are benefited, people of Uttar Pradesh are benefited. And this is not the first time that any government has given houses to the poor. Earlier also many governments have come, they have also given benefits, and
yes.
Anybody, I think in the opposition also will welcome such action.
Sure. Like I said right at the start of the show as well, there's nothing new in such welfare measures being taken by any state government. But the fact of why this is a debate tonight is because this is being done on land that was seized from a politician, from a mafia-turned-politician who has been running amok, who has properties worth thousands of crore rupees, all illegally made. All that money is illegally made. Isn't this the right kind of message that is being sent then?
No, this is what I'm saying. Anything done for the people's good is welcome. We are also welcoming the action. If the houses are given to the poor, we welcome this action of the Uttar Pradesh government. But also, as I said earlier, there are courts to take actions on the mafias. And there is a court. Nobody can take the law of land in their own hands.
Sure.
Earlier also I said the same. Now also I'll repeat the same line. Anything done for the people's good is welcome.
Sure. Dr. Vikram Singh, I want to get you in as well. You've lived in Uttar Pradesh, you've worked in Uttar Pradesh, you've seen the kind of empires of crime and of mafia that have run amok for decades together. Now that the crackdown is taking place, there is a certain pace to which the crackdown, crackdown is happening. Do you think this is the way forward? Do you think this is the beginning of the end of the Mafia Raj, as the BJP likes to say?
There couldn't be any other way, Poonam. The majesty of justice has come full circle. And as you very rightly articulated, that it is probably for the first time that the proceeds of crime and loot and that of the mafia is given back to those from whom it was usurped. And let me ask a simple question. Does anyone know a simple example like this anywhere in Uttar Pradesh or in the country? Confiscation, construction of flats, and giving it back to from whom it was looted. This is the majesty of law. Then you have to have an absolute no nonsense and a clear-cut policy against the mafia. There is a mafia and there is the mafia. There's a mafia that kills 2 policemen and a lawyer in cold blood in broad daylight. There are other mafias who are accused of usurping land. Of course, that is equally reprehensible. But first come, first serve. Those who kill policemen in uniform and those who kill lawyers, they will be dealt with first. And the entire might of the police department and the government will come down on them like a ton of bricks. Therefore, make no mistake about it. Yogi ji saying, you very rightly mentioned, mitti mein mila denge. Agar mitti mein inko nahi milayenge, to kisko milayenge? It should be very clear. Nobody is benefiting from the mafia today, as was the case earlier. Therefore, if the battle lines are drawn, the battle lines are clear, so be it, Poonam ji, and this was long overdue. And now that it is happening, perhaps there would be some people, some special interest groups who were beneficiaries will not like it. Then to the question of Miss Dolly's assertion that the rule of law, of course there is rule of law. Miss Dolly represents the oldest political party of the country, a very prestigious and dignified political party. If you have any reservations, please go to the court of law. You did send your lawyers, but the Supreme Court even did not entertain your plea. Therefore, if there's any miscarriage of justice, you have to recourse to go to the court of law, to the Human Rights Commission, but nobody goes there. Leveling wild allegations does not serve anybody's purpose, Poonam ji. If you have any pith and substance in your allegations, please take pains to go to the court rather than level vague and wild allegations. We expect a lot from the Congress and you, Dolly ji.
And Dolly Sharma, like Dr. Vikram Singh was also pointing out, even when the bulldozer action was taking place in Uttar Pradesh on multiple people, not just on properties of Atiq Ahmed, there were several questions that were being raised of how this was being done out of vendetta, and there was a certain agenda that the state government was working under. There were issues like these that went to the courts as well, and the court said this is well within the law. And yet we have these questions that keep coming up every now and then. Why is that?
No, using the bulldozer to bulldoze the houses is the action taken by the court of law. This is what you're saying. This is what you're asking me.
No, I'm saying that these questions were raised in court. They went to court.
Which court says that you can bulldoze the house? Which court says that you can bulldoze the house?
The courts in this country have said that as per the law in Uttar Pradesh.
In my first sentence, I said that the criminals should be given harshest punishment possible. That was my first line.
Sure.
But that should be under the court of law of land. This is what I said.
Sure. And that is the law of the land that is being quoted here as well, that those properties were seized under the law that is prevalent in Uttar Pradesh. It was done as per law is what many courts have also observed. That's what I was getting at. But Vikram Singh, you had a point to make. Go ahead.
Yes, Poonamji, I would say that there is a little grey area in respect of the rule of law. The fact of the matter is any corporate authority, in this case Prayagraj Development Authority, had given notice. And when all channels of appeals have been exhausted, the authority is well within its powers to go and bulldoze the building and unauthorized construction. There are two cases. One, where all channels of appeal have been exhausted, as in the case of Atiq, and where there are plain and simple, grotesque, illegal constructions on government land, like the police lines, like the railway property, like the army cantonments. They are bulldozed because they have no right to be there. And therefore, in the fitness of things, the parent department, in this case, Prayagraj Development Authority or the army authorities, they take the help of the police, have videography, give due notices, and then they bulldoze. But yes, it does not serve anybody's political interest not to take sides. And therefore, in this case, there have been vested interests who have been taking sides of those whose illegal properties have been demolished for obviously vote bank politics, which is very, very unfortunate.
Dr. Vikram Singh, as someone who served in the law enforcement agency in Uttar Pradesh, I want to ask you, do you feel like there was a lower standard as far as political will went until the BJP came to power? As the BJP says, that there was no political will to act against these mafia. They flourished because they were in cahoots with the political class. Is that something that you witnessed when you were working there as well?
Poonamji, there are two things. If I am a beneficiary of the loot, there is no way I would have the moral authority even to look towards them, much less take the bulldozer them. I was the first DGP in 2007 to bulldoze the property of Atiq Ahmed when the Madrasa Kand happened in the year 2007. And then the rest is history. Poonamji, you have to be absolutely above board and like Caesar's wife beyond reproach and questioning to use the bulldozer. Anybody who has any chink in his armor or her armor in respect of integrity and political propriety will not have the courage even to take the bulldozer out of the garage. And to take the bulldozer out of the garage and to use it for public interest, for safeguarding the property of the government, for the poor, for the widows and the orphans, well, you have to have that moral character and strength. Only then the bulldozer is out. And if I'm a beneficiary, I would refuse. I would take pains to ensure that the bulldozer is relegated to the godowns, never to be seen ever.
Sure. Vikram Singh, you said 2007, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to get in Anila Singh as well. 2007 is when the Samajwadi Party was in power in Uttar Pradesh. So clearly action against mafia, action against people like Atiq Ahmed was going on since then.
Samajwadi Party, Poonam Samajwadi Party.
Yes, Mulayam Singh Yadav was the chief minister, if I'm not mistaken.
No, BSP, Mayawati was the chief minister.
I stand corrected there. Sure, I stand corrected there. But Anila Singh, the point I was trying to make there was that action against criminals like Atiq Ahmed has been going on for decades together. That's the allegation that the opposition makes as well, that all you're doing is making a spectacle out of this, but action has been going on for decades together.
Pooja, first of all, let me tell you if...
Anila Singh Poonam here, but go ahead.
Sorry, Poonam. Poonam, let me tell you, Mr. Vikram Singh has been Director General of Police of Uttar Pradesh, the senior most post of any police officer. And he had been exceptional officer, exceptional. You rarely find such officers. So he is one amongst them. So during the tenure of Mayawati ji, like his tenure was exceptional. Otherwise, we very well know Mukhtar Ansari was sent to Parliament Assembly by whom? By Mayawati. So whether we talk about Mayawati, whether we talk about Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, whether we talk about Akhilesh Yadav ji, they all are same. They entertain these mafias. And there are two reasons behind it. One is muscle power and second is appeasement politics. And third is the scare and the terror which they spread. So the reality is when you have a very strong chief minister who doesn't get scummed by any sort of pressure and he has got a very clear willpower to give good governance to the state, this is that person does exactly what Yogi Adityanath ji is doing in today's date. And apt answer has been given to Dolly Sharma when she said that no court says to bulldoze any building. Mr. Vikram Singh told her that it is whatever has been done, it is under the legitimate act of the development authorities of Uttar Pradesh. Notices were served time and again. They did not answer because they had encroached the land, buildings were illegal. So the development authorities have got all the right to demolish them. So everything is legal, nothing illegal here. So stop doing the appeasement politics, stop advocating for the criminals and the terrorists. This is the clear message from Yogi Adityanath ji.
Sure, Zeba Yasmin, that's the allegation that...
you cannot,
yeah,
you
Dolly
cannot
Sharma, go ahead.
So. We do not do that. You do not have to say this. I clearly said in my first sentence, if you did not listen to me listen to me again. I said criminals should be given the harshest punishments possible. This is what I said. And when you bulldoze the house of a झोपड़ी वाला, जिनके घर में दो माँ बेटी अपने आप को आग लगा लेती हैं, उनको आपने लेटर दिए, चिट्ठियां दी, उनके घर का इंतजाम नहीं किया और आपने जाके उनके घर बुलडोजर चला दिया, उनके पास रहने की जगह नहीं थी, उन्होंने अपने आप को आग लगा ली, तब आप जाकर अधिकारियों के ऊपर जिम्मेदारी ठहराते हैं, तब आप उस चीज की जिम्मेदारी नहीं लेते। क्या वो बुलडोजर चलाना गलत नहीं है? क्या वो बुलडोजर चलाना गलत नहीं है? दो माँ और बेटी को अपने आप को फरवरी 2023 में आग लगानी पड़ी, उसको आप ठीक ठहराती हैं।
Can I answer now?
Go ahead, Anila Singh.
Can I come now?
Go ahead, Anila Singh.
All right. Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. That is what I can say so. Ms. Dolly Sharma has little knowledge. That is why she is shrilling and shouting and giving a wrong example, pretending as if Yogi Adityanath ji has told those people to bulldoze that. Let me. Okay, when you were shrilling, I did not interrupt you. She's saying as if Yogi Adityanath ji had ordered to bulldoze that hut. Of course not. Of course not. And the apt punishment has been given to the officer present there and the driver of the bulldozer. It was absolutely.
Sure, those allegations are... Ladies, those allegations have been made time and again, but that's not the point of this debate. That's not the point of this debate. So let's come back to what we were discussing. Let's come back to what we were discussing today. And I want to get in Zeba Yasmin as well. I do not have a lot of time on this debate. A quick rebuttal, Zeba Yasmin, I want to ask you as well. As far as crackdown on mafias in Uttar Pradesh is concerned, the Samajwadi Party is often accused of pandering to those very men that the BJP is now acting against. The entire reason why there was no action against them is because they were in cahoots with the Samajwadi Party is the allegation that comes to the fore.
Poonam, in this entire 50 minutes of debate, Anila ji mentioned two mafias. One is Atiq Ahmed, other is Mukhtar Ansari, nothing else, right? That is why I always mention them, don't be selective. Still, Atiq Ahmed was not the last mafia in Uttar Pradesh that he's died and we are mafia-less. Still a long way to go. I reminded Ayodhya land mafias. Please, Anila ji, open your ears and eyes. There are many things to do more. And जो दबंग उत्तर प्रदेश की बात हो रही है कि मुखिया है उत्तर प्रदेश की, अयोध्या पे भी कार्रवाई करे। और जहां तक बात है, अभी मैं विक्रम सिंह जी को सुन रही थी, उन्होंने कहा कि अतीक अहमद ने गरीबों का पैसा कैप्चर किया था और गरीबों के पास वापस चला जाए. Really appreciate this. Has to happen. But yes, because 2024 elections are over the head, I would remind you one more promise of Modi ji. Before demonetization, it was said that all the black money would come back and would be transferred to the account of poor people.
Sure, and we'll debate that when we talk about the 2024 elections. But unfortunately, I'm completely out of time on this debate. The controversy over the crackdown that is taking place in Uttar Pradesh continues. Whether it's cosmetic, whether it's actually working, that debate is still on. But I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast with your perspective. It's time for a quick break here on this edition of Viewpoint. But on the other side, we have the big debate of central government versus Twitter. Big development that came to the fore today was the rap that came to the fore for Twitter from the Karnataka High Court. Details and the big debate on the other side.